For more than a century, the London Underground has been a symbol of innovation, resilience, and the daily rhythm of one of the world's greatest cities. Millions of people rely on it every single day, and among all its lines, the Piccadilly Line holds a special place. It connects the heart of London to Heathrow Airport, serves major cultural landmarks, and carries generations of commuters, tourists, and workers. Now, as London moves deeper into the 21st century, the Piccadilly Line is preparing for its biggest transformation in decades with the arrival of the new Tube for London trains, commonly known as NTfL. The existing Piccadilly Line trains have served London faithfully since the 1970s, but time has caught up with them. Passenger numbers have increased, expectations have changed, and modern cities demand transport systems that are cleaner, quieter, more efficient, and more comfortable. The NTfL project was born out of this need. It is not just about replacing old trains, it is about redefining what a deep-level underground journey should feel like in a modern global city. Designed and manufactured by Siemens Mobility, the new Tube for London trains represent a complete redesign from the ground up. Unlike traditional tube trains, which are made up of separate carriages with narrow connections, NTfL trains feature a fully walk-through design. This means passengers can move freely from one end of the train to the other, spreading out more evenly and reducing crowding in busy sections. During peak hours, this alone will make a noticeable difference, as space will feel more open and journeys less stressful. One of the most talked about features of the new Piccadilly Line trains is air conditioning. For decades, deep-level tube lines were famous, or perhaps infamous, for their heat, especially during summer. The NTfL trains finally change that. Advanced air cooling systems have been carefully engineered to work within the tight underground tunnels, providing a cooler and more comfortable environment for passengers without overheating the tunnels themselves. This marks a historic shift for deep-level lines and answers one of the most common complaints from London Underground users. Energy efficiency is another major strength of the new Tube for London. These trains are expected to use around 20% less energy than the trains they replace. Lightweight materials, modern traction systems, and regenerative braking all play a role. When the train slows down, energy is captured and reused instead of being wasted as heat. This not only reduces operating costs but also supports London's wider environmental goals by lowering carbon emissions and improving sustainability. Accessibility has been placed at the center of the NTfL design. The new trains have wider doors, clearer signage, and interiors designed to support passengers with reduced mobility. More space for wheelchairs, buggies, and luggage makes the Piccadilly Line more inclusive, especially important given its role as a key route to Heathrow Airport. Visual displays and improved audio announcements help passengers with hearing or visual impairments navigate their journeys more confidently. The interior design of the train reflects a balance between modern style and practical function. Bright, energy-efficient lighting creates a sense of openness, while carefully chosen colors help reduce the feeling of confinement often associated with underground travel. Seating has been redesigned to maximize standing space without sacrificing comfort, recognizing that many journeys on the Piccadilly Line are relatively short but often very busy. Durable materials ensure the trains can handle decades of heavy use while remaining easy to clean and maintain. From the driver's perspective, the NTfL trains also bring major improvements. Modern driver cabins offer better visibility, digital control systems, and enhanced safety features. Over time, these trains are designed to support higher levels of automation, although a driver will remain present. This technology allows for more precise control, smoother acceleration and braking, and the potential for increased service frequency in the future. Reliability is a key goal of the project. The aging fleet on the Piccadilly Line has become increasingly expensive to maintain, with parts that are difficult to replace and systems that are no longer state-of-the-art. The new trains are designed for a service life of more than 40 years, with modular components that can be upgraded or replaced more easily. This means fewer breakdowns, more consistent service, and less disruption for passengers. The introduction of NTfL trains on the Piccadilly Line is also closely linked to wider upgrades across the line itself. Signaling systems are being modernized to allow trains to run closer together safely. Increasing capacity without building new tunnel stations will gradually be adapted to work seamlessly with the new rolling stock, ensuring smoother boarding and alighting. Together, these changes aim to make the Piccadilly Line faster, more reliable, and better able to meet future demand. Manufacturing the new tube for London trains in the United Kingdom is another important aspect of the project. Siemens factory in Goole, England, plays a central role in assembling the trains, supporting skilled jobs and contributing to the national rail industry. This investment reflects a long-term commitment not only to London's transport system but also to the UK's manufacturing base. For passengers, the changes will be felt in small but meaningful ways. Shorter waiting times, more space to stand, clearer information, cooler temperatures, and quieter rides all combine to improve the everyday experience. For tourists arriving at Heathrow, the Piccadilly Line will feel more like a modern metro system worthy of a world capital. For daily commuters, the improvements will make routine journeys more comfortable and predictable. The Piccadilly Line is just the beginning. The new Tube for London design has been created as a platform that can be adapted for other deep-level lines in the future, including the Bakerloo, Central, and Waterloo and City lines. This standardized approach reduces costs, simplifies maintenance, and creates a more consistent experience across the underground network. Over the next decade and beyond, Londoners can expect to see these trains gradually spreading across the system. Introducing new trains on such a busy and historic railway is not without challenges. Testing, staff training, and careful integration with existing infrastructure all take time. This is why the rollout is planned in stages, with extensive trials to ensure safety and reliability before full passenger service begins. While the process may seem slow, it reflects the complexity of upgrading a live transport system that carries millions of people every day. In many ways, the new Tube for London represents the future of urban transport. It shows how cities can modernize aging infrastructure without losing their identity. The Piccadilly Line will remain the same iconic route it has always been, but the experience of traveling on it will be transformed. The familiar map, station names, and destinations will still be there, yet the trains themselves will reflect modern expectations of comfort, efficiency, and sustainability. As these new trains enter service from 2026 onwards, they will quietly become part of daily life in London. For some passengers, they will simply be a more pleasant way to get from A to B. For others, especially transport enthusiasts, they will represent a major milestone in the long history of the Underground. Either way, the new Tube for London trains on the Piccadilly Line mark a new chapter, proving that even after more than 160 years, London Underground continues to evolve, innovate, and move the city forward.